Hey everyone, I'm going to do a tutorial on something called Filterbank Rhythms that's described in the manual on page 65, but might not help you get the results you're looking for. So here's what a Filterbank rhythm sounds like. Basically what I'm doing is opening up different frequencies of the filter bank, and noise is being passed through it. There's a noise generator within the Spectralis, and we're having that pass through the filter bank at particular envelopes that we generate. So again, I'll just kind of play it so you can kind of tell what it is, see if you're interested in making it. And you can make more complex grooves if you want. So let me, I'm going to redo the pattern so there's nothing here. You can't hear anything. First thing you want to do, press select and hold the analog synth and just go to part 12. It doesn't entirely matter which part you're on, I think. One thing we want to do is be on the analog synth part just so that we can get within the VCO settings. So the first thing we'll do is actually press the oscillator wave and get to page 24. Now, this is the noise direct volume. You can have the noise go through the filter bank, the low pass filter, the multi-mode filter, or through the bus. So if we open the bus, you have the sound. It goes right directly through it. And then you also have on page 23 of 27 enveloped noise volumes, and this is what it says in the manual it wants you to turn the volume up to, but we don't actually need that up. That's in case you are using the trigger groups to trigger the noise. So if we actually went to set routing and then went to page 2 of 3, you could see that you can trigger noise, and I'll probably show you that more in a different tutorial, but that would be how that would be affected. So let's go to page 24 of 27 and turn the noise direct volume through to the filter bank. Okay, now we want to go to the filter bank and press the filter bank level, and we'll turn the filter bank bypass up to 255. Make sure that the bus level is up to 255 as well. You can just turn the encoder below filter bank level here. Alright, so we don't hear anything. Now if you open up the, or basically increase the level of each frequency within the filter bank, you have the low pass all the way up to high pass. And there are specific frequencies that each of these are in control of. So when you have the filter bank button lit up, you can open those specific frequencies. So we'll close those off. And I haven't closed them all off. Okay, found it. So what you can actually do is create envelopes that will open up each of these different frequencies. Now, if you have the standard or default settings from the Spectralis, you'll find in the sequence editor, sequence edit, on sequencer line 1 through 10, you'll have the filter bank volume. And each one corresponds to the low pass, 2 corresponds to the 265 hertz, and etc. So what we'll actually do here is create a sequencer line with these different frequencies. And what we have here is, I'll go through the menu here. You have sequencer line 10. This is the filter bank volume for the high pass. And you can actually generate different types of envelopes. So there's a decay, hard, pulse, soft, and attack. So there's 5 different types that you can do. I haven't found a good explanation for the difference between them, but the decay is probably more like a quick attack and then slow release. And then attack would be, it's a gradual increase to get to the final volume or the depth. And then you can change the length of these. So for the high pass, let's just use quarter notes and we'll do decay. And let's push play and just let it play while we add a step so you can hear. So you can hear that play through. Kind of sounds like a hi-hat, to be honest. Let's go to sequencer line 7. And now let's change that to a pulse and change the length to 4. And we'll put that on 3, 6, 11, and 14. Change the length to 2. Let's go to sequencer line 8, and let's get let's use hard and a length of 1. Now let's go to sequencer line 1, which will be the low pass. We'll have those be a length of 1 and use decay. Go to sequencer line 4. Okay, so we have a basic Filterbank rhythm that we've created, and now you can do some interesting things with the direction of the sequencer line. And so I'll push play, and what you can do is when you hold down function, change the direction that the sequencer is going for that line. So let's go to sequencer line 10, and you can see right now it's lights up as forward. You can change that to backward, forward then backward, or random. And so we'll set that to be random, and we'll push play. And you'll see that it jumps around. And we'll set sequencer line 8 to front then back. And you can generate some interesting patterns that way. Another thing you can do, let's go back to sequencer line 10. Now I had to put in each step, but you can also twist the knobs to get sound going. So let me put the sequencer line back to just forward, so it's a little more straightforward as it goes through the sequence. So I'm going to twist the knobs. Now let's do that for other lines, like 4. And so on sequencer line 10, let's go back to random, and let's just kind of mess with it for a bit. And something else you can do to kind of make it interesting is while you're working on the song, press the Filterbank and go to level, and then press the Filterbank level encoder, so it's the same encoder as 11, and you can change the feedback frequency, or I'm sorry, the resonance for the Filterbank, and we'll just modify those values there and see what kind of effect you get. So again, you went to Filterbank level, push that button, make sure that it's lit up, go to above percussion 3 or line, sequencer line, oh, not sequencer line, the encoder 11, and you'll press that and you'll get to page 1 of 2, which is Filterbank configuration, and I'm going to be modifying the resonance there. So there you have it. A very simple explanation of that. Basically, like I said, you have noise going to the filter bank and then opening up when you trigger these different filter bank frequencies. Now, if you need to make these because it's not default for you, you go to make a new sequencer line and make sure you're under the section filter, the group volume, and then the particular frequency that you're looking to make a sequencer line on. And I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.